Hey guys, it's your old pal, Naid4Hoserin33 here, back with another video. Before we get started, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, privacy.org, for making this episode possible. Privacy.org is a free browser extension that helps keep your online activity private and secure. Just head over to privacy.org/yourcustom-link to download it for free. And now, on with the show.
Tonight we delve into the unsettling world of Treehouse horror stories. These aren't your average campfire tales. These are real people, real fears, and real encounters that will leave you questioning the safety of even the sturdiest branches.
Our first story takes us deep into the suburbs, where 8-year-old Ethan spent his summer days in his beloved treehouse. It was his sanctuary, a place to escape the world and let his imagination run wild. But Ethan's safe haven soon transformed into a place of fear. It began with strange, unsettling notes appearing in his treehouse. Crudely written messages like, "We see you," and "Come out and play," sent chills down Ethan's spine. One afternoon, as Ethan climbed the ladder to his treehouse, he noticed a faint, sweet smell in the air. It smelled like marshmallows. He pushed open the trapdoor and froze. There, sitting on his toy chest, was a single, perfectly toasted marshmallow. Ethan's heart pounded in his chest. He knew he wasn't alone. Then came the night that changed everything. Ethan woke up to the sound of scratching coming from his window. Standing in the backyard, bathed in the pale moonlight, was a tall, shadowy figure. The smell of marshmallows filled the air. From that day forward, Ethan never went back into his treehouse. The notes stopped, the marshmallow man never returned, but the fear stayed with him forever.
Our next story takes us to the rural outskirts of Montana, where a young girl named Lily lived with her parents. Lily had an imaginary friend named Jake. Jake lived in the woods behind their house. They played together in her treehouse. Her parents dismissed it as harmless, but there was something different about Jake. Lily described Jake vividly: messy brown hair, bright blue eyes, and a small scar on his chin. She brought back strange trinkets from the woods. Her parents started to feel uneasy. One evening, Lily's father decided to investigate. He ventured into the woods. He found a makeshift shelter. Inside, he saw something that made his blood run cold: a small, worn teddy bear, identical to Lily's. From that day, Lily was forbidden from going into the woods alone. Jake, the imaginary friend, was never mentioned again.
Chapter 3. The Robbery. In Ann Arbor, friends built a treehouse to escape exam pressures. It was their sanctuary. But one night, it became a crime scene. Sarah was studying late in the treehouse. Suddenly, she heard breaking glass. Her heart pounded. She saw masked figures ransacking the house. Sarah dialed 911, whispering for help. The robbers headed for the backyard. She hid in the darkest corner. Sirens pierced the night. The robbers fled. The treehouse was forever tainted.
Chapter 4. Childhood Nightmare. Our final story comes from a collection of online forums, a chilling account shared by a user named Lost in the Woods. The user describes a vivid, recurring nightmare they've had since childhood. In the dream, they are a young child again, playing in their treehouse as the sun begins to set. The air grows cold, and a strange stillness settles over the woods. The user describes feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if something is watching them from the shadows. They try to climb down from the treehouse, but something stops them. The ladder, once sturdy and familiar, now feels impossibly far away. As darkness envelops the woods, the user sees a pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the tree line. The eyes are cold, predatory, and filled with an ancient malice. The dream always ends the same way, with the user trapped in the treehouse, the glowing eyes drawing closer, and a feeling of impending doom washing over them. The user claims that the dream feels so real, so vivid, that they often wake up feeling as though they were actually transported back to that terrifying moment in their childhood. They have never been able to shake the feeling that something sinister was lurking in those woods, watching them, waiting for its moment to strike.
So, there you have it. 4 terrifying tales that prove even the most innocent of places can become breeding grounds for fear. The next time you find yourself seeking solace in the treetops, remember these stories. Remember Ethan and the Marshmallow Man, Lily and her mysterious friend, Sarah's terrifying encounter, and the haunting dream of Lost in the Woods. These stories serve as a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk in the most unexpected places. And sometimes the things we can't explain are the ones that frighten us the most. Sleep tight, and if you hear a branch creaking outside your window, it's probably just the wind. Probably.